In 2019, McDonald's paid a YouTuber to create a sponsored video to try and get their audience interested in working at McDonald's, and together they created an abomination. The video comes from a vlogging channel who talks about how it was their dream to work at McDonald's for 2 hours, I guess. He works a shift at McDonald's, talking about how amazing it is. In the beginning, he talks about how easy it is to apply to McDonald's and how great of an opportunity it is. So very corporate. McDonald's is using this man like a fucking fleshlight. He's talking about McDonald's being basically heaven on earth with the way he's describing it. You know, I almost damn near applied to work there myself after finishing the video. But the whole thing is so condescending, and it breaks my #1 rule for human decency. Don't fuck with people just doing their jobs, especially in the service industry. Any job where someone has to interact with customers is absolutely miserable. Not even the deepest pit of hell would subject the damned souls to that level of torture. It's just that inhumane. So don't be that douchebag that makes their job worse. And unfortunately, this video annihilates that rule. I wouldn't be surprised if the vlogger is the Hamburglar in disguise. This is just downright uncomfortable. Per usual though, I'd like to give a quick reminder, don't harass anyone in this video.
We are in the kitchen washing down there. This is so much bigger than I thought it was going to be.
Her face right there really tells the whole story. He's just a nuisance. This is an actual workday with legitimate workers, not paid actors, just here doing their jobs, just hoping to clock in, clock out, call it a day. But this dude just rampages throughout the kitchen, bombarding them with questions, as well as just acting like an overly enthusiastic drunk football fan, and just getting in their way and talking down to them at points.
This is good. This is good. Oh my word, look at that. That is the burger pressers. That's what cooks the burgers. That's mental.
This guy's acting like a caveman seeing technology for the first time. He had his mind blown that patties were being cooked back here, pointing out the burger press is mental. Like, what do you mean? What do you think happened? You think Ronald McDonald was just in the back pulling the patties out of his asshole? Like, of course they're getting cooked back here. It's a fucking kitchen. That's what happens, you know? It's not sorcery. I don't understand why this grown man is pretending to be surprised that patties are being cooked. He's acting like a child at Disney World, just stunned by everything they're seeing and excited by everything.
So I'm here with Ruben. How you doing? You good? We're gonna be learning how to make something today, a burger or something. But before we do, I wanted to ask you, how have you found it working at McDonald's so far?
It's fun, it's challenging, every day is...
He probably had to ask 20 workers that question before he got a response that wasn't just overwhelmingly negative. But he finally found someone who's here to play ball. Ruben seems to be a very nice guy, you know, saying it's fun and challenging. But now Ruben will face the biggest challenge of his life, teaching this man-child hype beast how to make a Big Mac for his goofy sponsored vlog.
Get the ground here.
That one?
Yeah.
Yep, goes in there.
Maybe the one, this one.
Middle one in there.
And this one. The
Other way.
Yes.
This is...
Look at that blank, lifeless expression here while trying to pretend he's having fun. He's trying his best to make this sponsored video something positive, I think. He's just missing the mark. He's trying way too hard to make this seem genuine. It comes across as so fake, especially considering that the vlogger is a millionaire.
And you've got 4 stars here.
Yeah, I'm a good
He's
trainer.
got, look,
Yeah.
I've got no stars.
No, it's about teaching everyone.
Awesome. Well, maybe one day I'll get 4 stars like you. Right, okay. So now we got the van.
Just a silly statement because we all know you're not going back to McDonald's, you're just going right back to the mansion and vlogs.
Down. Can we just do one?
Yeah, one. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I want more on this one.
Oh, it's this one as well? I'm so happy. Okay, perfect. I've made my very own Big Mac. Successful order out. Yes.
This whole video reminds me of that feeling when you get a Christmas present that you really didn't want, but it came from a family member and they're sitting right there watching you open it. So then you're obligated to pretend that you're excited about it and happy, like, oh wow, Mima, thank you so much. I really wanted a shake weight for Christmas. This is awesome, fuck yeah. That's this video. He's just like, for some reason, so over the top happy about everything, even though it's pretty see-through that he doesn't care. It's just a sponsored post. But bless Ruben's heart, because this guy seems like such a great guy. He made the Big Mac himself and just let the vlogger put the patties on. So he didn't compromise someone's order for the sake of this guy's awful vlog. He still made a quality Big Mac because he didn't want the vlogger to ruin it. So hats off to you, Ruben, for that.
That's how we do it here. This is, honestly, this is an operation. This is such an operation. Look, we've got burgers going. This is just mental. I never ever thought it was like this, like never. I'm really impressed though. I'm really, really impressed. Like, you gotta be on the ball here.
What do you mean? What do you think was happening at McDonald's? This shouldn't come as a surprise. You can see the kitchen from the counter when you're placing an order inside. Like, what did you think was going on back there? They have a wizard on staff who's just conjuring up all of your food when you place an order?
Okay, we're gonna learn how to fry some chips, right? Yeah? This is something that I've wanted to do. One question I wanted to ask you, what's one skill that you've learned here that you never thought you would like learn when you first started? I think I'd fit in perfectly, you know. I've got skills, you know, I think I would learn a lot as well.
There's just something wildly uncomfortable about this whole video. From asking these pseudo-interview questions to pretty much everyone he talks to. I think he was probably forced to ask these questions by the sponsor for the video. And then also just his fake enthusiasm. It's just bad.
Flurry machine, oh my word, this is like a dream come true. So we're gonna make this, but I want to ask you first, you're the customer care assistant, damn. Well, look at you, that's great. So you're dealing with customers all the time?
Yes, I do. Right there, right there.
That's perfect. That's why you're the customer care assistant, yes.
You see what I mean? There's something just off-putting about the way he talks to the workers here. Saying shit like, damn, look at you, or that's why you're the customer care assistant. Like, it just seems so belittling and talking down to them. Maybe I'm reading too deep into it, and maybe he's just not comfortable in this format, but that's just the vibe I got across this whole thing, where he feels like he's better than everyone around him, so he's just teasing, like passively teasing them. I've never really liked these kind of videos where they treat average people like props for their videos. I think it's terrible, and this whole video just comes across as douchey, and it certainly isn't helped when he says shit like, this is a dream come true. Obviously he doesn't mean that. Put your money where your mouth is. If you really do mean that, quit vlogging and work full-time at McDonald's for the rest of your career. Show me that you really mean that this is a dream come true for you.
Hi sir, how are you doing? How can I help you today? Welcome to McDonald's.
I'm good. What are you doing?
I'm now working at McDonald's, James.
How are you?
Yeah. What would you like, mate?
I get plain chicken and
Sorry, what would you like to serve?
I get plain chicken and
Alright, so you need to pay... Sir, the total price is £5.93. Would you like to pay cash or card? Cash or card?
Oh, jeepers. This part is rough. And I cut out like a full minute of this conversation. I feel awful for the worker that had to stand next to this guy during this full NPC conversation here. There is no bit of dialogue that's cut from the video or edited. It's just an uninterrupted flow of consciousness with them kind of making a mockery of it as the worker stands there next to them at the cash register. Like, it honestly feels like McDonald's sponsored this guy to bully the workers. It just seems so, like, passively aggressive. At points, it just dreadfully misses the mark. McDonald's sponsored a clown to go to the facility to make the workers' day a little worse for 2 hours.
Pretty well. I did pretty well. So we're working at McDonald's. What have you learned? Have you learned a lot about money management because you're on the tills?
Yeah, definitely. Well, mostly confidence.
Confidence.
Yeah,
That's a
really
big one.
important.
So you're a lot more confident when customers come up. You can greet them. You can say hello. You can have a
Make little
conversation.
conversations so they remember their whole experience at McDonald's.
This is a cry for help if I've ever seen one. This is a blink twice if you're being held hostage kind of situation. That response does not seem real. It seems like they fed her that for the video. I don't think anyone that has ever worked at McDonald's has anything positive to say about customer experience. That is without a doubt the worst part of the job, I'd imagine, having to talk to entitled assholes that go into McDonald's, because that seems to be a common occurrence. Of every public fight video that exists online, every single one of them, I would argue 98% happen at a McDonald's. Like, you either go to McDonald's for food or to fight. So I find it very hard to believe that she speaks highly of being able to interact with the customers.
I'm very good. I've had an amazing afternoon working here at McDonald's today. How do you think I got on?
Pretty good.
So do you think I could potentially work here or develop into another role?
Yes, we
Yeah?
would love to have you on our team. Lovely.
yes.
Lovely. You have
Well, that is great news. Now his dreams really can come true. He's talking about how amazing it is, so I have no doubt that he signed up right after this video ended, and if I visited this McDonald's location, I would see him right back there having a good time making the Big Macs and blowing him a little kiss, making him with love because of how much he loved it, clearly. I cut out a lot of this video because a lot of it was just him interacting with his cameraman or his friend at the cash register for a painfully long time, and then another uncomfortable pseudo-interview, but I'll let him take it out here.
Amazing shift. I worked with the best team ever over here. They're so hard working, and I genuinely didn't realise how much of a big operation it is behind me. I thought, you know, it's kind of flipping the odd burger here and there, you know, doing fries, but I've learned so many incredible skills from just being here for the day.
I didn't cut out any of the work he did because he didn't do any. He didn't do shit. He did 3 things. He put 2 patties on a Big Mac that Ruben made, and he dunked some fries into the deep fat fryer and called it a day. Oh, actually, and he also made a McFlurry, kind of, but it was really the person next to him that made it, and he just held it. I can't imagine anyone enjoyed having him around. It wasn't exactly like a really pleasant experience for them, I don't think. I can't imagine they wanted to go into work that day and be like interviewed or have some hype beast running around yelling and screaming about how exciting everything is, even though it's very clear it's just an act for the camera. So I just thought this was probably the worst sponsored video I've ever seen and just wanted to share it with all of you. That's about it. See ya.